The story of the day. Egigim. The OSP, Kissi Agyabeng, I can tell you Ghanaians on authority, the fight against corruption, yepe obia or hinder Ghana, or distracting a investigation, obia oma criminals, omo protection in disguise, is this guy called Kissi Agyabeng. And after this episode, you will understand, after this expose, you understand why we don't have to have the special prosecutor in office. Why the president needs to take decision and sack the special prosecutor. Last week, I heard he went to Menchia to go tell Otumfuo, say Otumfuo should step in for him so that they wouldn't sack him. Last week or so, Kissi Agyabeng was in Kumasi, and I would like to tell Otumfuo 82, whether he was there or not, Nana, it is better. It is better, with all due respect, your interference in Ghana politics. It is better, at this point, step away. I respect you. And says be me papa or woman. Your interference in Ghana politics. The hatred that you are calling for yourself is all because of your interference in Ghana politics. OSP can Oforiata also about Ghana. And remember, in 2024, Ghana budget $13.7 million. Any of a year special prosecutor, Kissi Agyabeng, almost $14 million. What about Ghana citizens? 147 million Ghana citizens. Any tam edema a year OSP say, Pab di Juma, na omo di drum, area no, sankofo no, for di Juma na yan chibias no munko de fiase. Almost $14 million. Any tam edema Kissi Agyabeng. You ask yourself, how many people work at the OSP office? How many people have been prosecuted? A day na ekoso Ghana. Some questions needs to be answered. It is looking like politics as usual, complaints as usual, rhetoric as usual. We come on TV, come on radio, we talk, and the next day we walk. No, things have to change. And things have to change because we cannot make it politics as usual. Yet to me all the time. Something needs to happen. Some changes have to happen to make sure say nim. Now, maybe nipa or stop it Kenoforiata from coming to Ghana, and the person doing that is the special prosecutor, and not just Kenoforiata. You see, in Ghana today, say Omani detective say obi di sika. Na say yen nyina yehu se sand pay with this sika or say twena so pe. Trom na special prosecutor drew ho. And what does he do? He will go and arrest, and you line up charges, and then at the end of the day, he will tell you that the person should go home. He's investigating. There are hundreds of cases like that ever seen there. The special prosecutor, they say, why no ninja? Or shall obi a dia bicycle sika won in semupe or semacho come for interrogation. Oba or semajewa no asem. Or say, okay, macho no asem, go. I will investigate it. And it has gone on and on and on. 13 to $14 million. Yenya any results from it. Now, Kenoforiata yetiha and I United say Yednakoto Interpol red list so or red alert or whatever list so. And I United say yeah. Because when him say Kenoforiata is an integral person when it comes to investigating the Akufo-Addo administration. So one of the boats and I said not a what Akufo-Addo abemu. So we Kenoforiata the whole Akufo-Addo government will come down. And people like the special prosecutor, he knows about that. So what Kenoforiata dinijina dekema obia owia sika wo Akufo-Addo abemu nyina obia homeda ho, including Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo himself. The special prosecutor knows that. Now, why is it say Kissi Agyabeng entumi fa Kenoforiata emafie? Why? What is so special about Kenoforiata Kissi Agyabeng ese ordinama Interpol yet to be for number 3. Now let's go back and let me show you how dangerous this special prosecutor is. This is the part 1 of the special prosecutor scandal. Now maybe exposing the end there. Let's have the second one about this man has to honorably resign from that office. This special prosecutor has 2 offices. Or the special prosecutor's office and what the annex are a daya papa na ye freno seconds. Sa papa no esiamana or the special prosecutor duties. This special prosecutor or not the car will be we no sachi di pano. This man. It wasn't team. It wasn't part of today, but 1 second. Special prosecutor. Or to be the car bobi. Or the car boni panewieno. Me betreno, the way. And son of my banasam crash on there. He's crazy. Or to be the honor convoy bobi. In the car. Oh yeah. Now wasami achidi pano. Adeya. Adentina. Or no the car na boni pano. Was saying the car. This guy. Special prosecutor Paul Ademotre Ochino no. It was to protect Paul Ademotre from going to jail. This is the car. Or the car, the convoy, the bulletproof car, or the boka we mu essay no esachi ni pano.
So no say me na my born on you know. They do what? How me I go fit hit car way this place where we go do so. So that's the front of the car. I want to know where me I hit. So no say me na my born on you know. They do what? How me I go fit hit car way this place where we go do so. So that's the front of the car. I want to know where me I hit.
Or the car no back way car side and outside the coco or chin 2 more on 1 fee. Kissi Agyabeng. Kissi Agyabeng or the ball abrante we kamu or we no sachi no. How can you use your side of the car or car side it will be car anymore? But that is what he does. Power ne kutano, that is what he uses it for. Opa omeka se video we me boa. Opa ombra bronte beka say I saw the video or the make court. It's a lie. Today. This man locked the gentleman up in his own home. He locked him up. Now, Yanko Kenoforiata issue so. Now I'm sure how dangerous this OSP is and why we should get rid of him. And I'm doing this piece for the President of the Republic. I want the President to understand, with all due respect, that this man, if he's not kicked out of that office, your government will struggle. I am telling you. So when you special prosecutor we and now when closes our office down, your government will struggle. Because this special prosecutor will not allow your government to do what Ghanaians want. Ghana for here, Kenoforiata, the OSP is the one blocking Kenoforiata from coming to Ghana. Now I'm sure idea. On the 2nd of June 2025, this happened. The OSP wrote a letter to the Jubilee House. And he wrote a letter to the Chief of Staff. Chief of Staff Julius Debra. Follow this conversation very well. This is 2nd June 2025. Me make sure I did. The Chief of Staff, Office of the President, Jubilee House, Accra. Attention, Honorable Julius Debra. Request for the institution of extradition processes. Kenneth Nanaya Oforiata. The Office of the Special Prosecutor, OSP, request for extradition processes to be instituted for the provisional apprehension in any jurisdiction in which he may be located or found, and extradition to the Republic of Ghana of Kenneth Oforiata, who served as the minister responsible for finance of the Republic of Ghana between 2017 to 2024. This request is founded on the consideration that Mr. Ofori-Atta, who departed the jurisdiction early January 2025, has no intention of voluntarily returning to the jurisdiction, and for which reason the OSP has declared him a wanted person and a suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses regarding the following. Where a letter OSP Echoko Jubilee House or say ye man kwan na onfa e kwan so na onkofa Ken Ofori-Atta embra Ghana. Now, 1. Contractual agreement between Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited and the Ghana Revenue Authority for the stated objective of the enhancement of revenue assurance in the downstream petroleum sector, upstream petroleum production, and minerals and metals resources value chain. Or say, nyoma ojina so akache chief of staff say, omunjina so making sure say, oma fam kwai so edi Ofori-Atta ban ebini Ofori-Atta eba oil eye dream okahon eba gold dream okahon eba eye dien Ghana yesika sem eye Ghana Revenue Authority sika ejeje eto Ken Ofori-Atta dream or say sa nyoma we nyina ka ho or say termination of a distribution loss reduction and associated network improvement project contract between the ECG and Beijing Xiaocheng Technology BXC. And 3, procurement of contractor and materials and activities and payment in respect of National Cathedral project. It's or say when in your man Ken Ofori-Atta ono trauma Julius Debra on the 2nd of June say omo man kwine na omo man every resource o here bia any every area assistance bia na ontumi extradite Ken Ofori-Atta embra Ghana. If you say Ken Ofori-Atta ejane kwa America. So the special prosecutor wrote to the office of the president, specifically to the chief of staff. Now, remember, the chief of staff, he's not a prosecutor. He's not an investigator. So what did the chief of staff do? The chief of staff forwarded the letter to the attorney general. This letter was on the 2nd of June 2025. It's Diana the chief of staff because chief of staff on your prosecutor, chief of staff or just CID boss, chief of staff, the only thing he can do is to give it to the legal brain. A buying lawyer opinion say special prosecutor say or per se offer a crime be so kofa Ken Ofori-Atta by emra kwanso no de hia into wa we a buying lawyer opinion no jeleta no ne di hujuma. Into what the chief of staff did, Julius Debra, he forwarded this to the attorney general. Now, when the attorney general received the letter, the attorney general actually responded to the special prosecutor. Now, on the 13th of June 2025, so from the 2nd to the 13th, how many days? Anche and attorney general the second letter na or responding to the special prosecutor. Say the course, dear Mr. Kissi Agyabeng, the special prosecutor, the office of the special prosecutor, sit Haile Selassie Avenue, South Ridge, blah 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 blah. Dear Mr. Kissi Agyabeng, this is the response from the attorney general. Mebesa Ochina OSP Babon Tebeka said this letter when you are fake. Na men chire ni bibi or Ghana. He needs to leave that office. $14 million. No. Now, in Tisa letter Julius Debra Jubilee House no. And the attorney general say, hey, memenya law, monamoya law, deal with the OSP to help bring Ken Ofori-Atta back. And attorney general say, yes, sir, we will do that. So the attorney general too responded to the special prosecutor. And what did he say to the special prosecutor? Or say, dear Mr. Kissi Agyabeng, requests for the institution of extradition processes, Mr. Kenneth Ofori-Atta, that is the response. Or say, I bring you compliments from the office of the Attorney General. Or say, 1, this is in respect of your letter to the Honorable Chief of Staff, dated June 2nd, 2025, and the Honorable Chief of Staff's letter to the Honorable Attorney General, dated the 3rd of June, 2025. Now, secondly, kindly furnish us with a copy of the docket on the subject. The Attorney General said, Mr. Kissi Agyabeng, yensaka o letter na wo chokoma Chief of Staff the 2nd of June no. On the 3rd year na letter near the following day. Na sebi enso esaka na yepese ebusa wo. Se docket na eda Oforiatta so no. Sa docket ne nke opese yeboa fa sa docket ne breye. Forward the docket no na yenhu investigations awaye nyoma ewom na yene the Attorney General's office no we can collaborate with you to find a way to bring Ken Oforiatta back to Ghana. And the Attorney General was explicit in his statement. Kindly furnish us with a copy of the docket on the subject, and the subject is Ken Oforiatta. In the Attorney General ni busa OSP, ya pesa ode sa docket no, ne nyoma na waye ni nyina no fabre. We will be grateful if you could nominate up to 2 prosecutors from your office to join our team of prosecutors to examine and process the extradition request. And Attorney General say, OSP, ye ni beji say, what the docket na eba no, what the 2 investigators who be free office aka docket no ho, send ebe ya omni ebe tina table ho, na ye nyina ya hwem, na ya hwe how we can execute this extradition process. This answer on the 13th, and a ocho letter edikoma adien edikoma eye OSP. Inti Attorney General busa for docket, and also busa say for investigators be mienu kura ka ho na mo be kan ho na yenhwe asem wei na yenhu how we can bring Ken Oforiatta to Ghana. Now, we will be grateful if you could nominate 2 of the prosecutors to be part of Munyambeka. Accept the assurance of my highest consideration. Very truly yours. And this was the response from the Attorney General to the OSP. The Attorney General responded to OSP say, "Yate, obesogo Ken Oforiatta ba a fine idea. For docket ne bra, na docket no de ba no, for investigators mienu ka ho no mbra, no mo ne entrance, na fe yen strategize na yehu how we can bring Ken Oforiatta to Ghana." 13th of June 2025. Now, after that, after that, something happened. After that, the special prosecutor wrote to the Attorney General. I want him to come out tomorrow, number press conference. Don't say when you know me boy. The Attorney General cannot be trusted, and make sure I could tell you he cannot be trusted today. Nti Ochokoma Julius Debra, Chief of Staff, and Julius forwarded letter to come Attorney General, and Attorney General responded, and all responded to Attorney General's response. Or say, Honorable Justice Shrem Sai, the Deputy Attorney General, and Ocho letter away on the 20th of June 2025. Into 1 week, Pepe and are responding to this letter from the Attorney General. Or say, the Office of the Special Prosecutor, OSP, sends its compliment to the Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice. Or say, Attorney General Office. Yede akomapa ene odo ene ichiamu ene wi yede anu asem bi ebremo. I refer to your letter dated 13th June 2025 in reference to my letter to the Chief of Staff dated 2nd June 2025 and a Chief of Staff reference to the Attorney General dated 3rd June 2025. In respect of the OSP's request for extradition processes to be instituted, in which extradition processes to be instituted for the provisional apprehension in any jurisdiction in which he may be located or found, and extradition to the Republic of Ghana of Ken Oforiatta, who served as the minister responsible for finance of the Republic of Ghana between 2017 and 2024. Let me take this again. I refer to your letter dated 13th of June 2025 in reference to my letter to the Chief of Staff dated the 2nd June 2025 and the Chief of Staff's reference to the Attorney General dated 3rd June 2025 in respect of the OSP's request for extradition processes to be instituted for the provisional apprehension in any jurisdiction in which he may be located or found, and extradition to the Republic of Ghana of Ken Nana Yaw Oforiatta, who served as the minister responsible for finance of the Republic between 2017 and 2024. The OSP nominates the following officers to join the team of prosecutors to examine and process the extradition requests. the OSP nominates the following officers. Nominates the following officers to join the team of prosecutors to examine and process the extradition requests. 1. Director Albert Akurugu, the Director Asset Recovery and Management Division. 2. Kaiser Francis Amedome Wilson, Senior Prosecutor. Now, OSP responded to Attorney General. Attorney General Ebusa the 2 questions. Ube to be a mayansaka docket no. And na ube to be the 2 investigators aka ho aba eni abetenase. Na yenhwe se de be kwakwachi oforiata. Attorney General responded OSP responded to Attorney General no. He only spoke on the prosecutors or investigators. The OSP did not mention the docket. Without the docket, the Attorney General cannot proceed or cannot start investigating Ken Ofori-Attah's matter. But interestingly, when the OSP was responding to the Attorney General, he omitted the docket part and said, or send the prosecutors, no. Now, you are sending prosecutors to the Attorney General to do what? Without a docket. It is strategically, some investigation now say why ye. Nyoma e what docket na Ofori-Attah ye. Nyoma e what say Attorney General no so ehu. Na ye gina so e de make sure the process no aye effective e me de e Ken Ofori-Attah aba no. Sa docket no OSP say on fan Attorney General. Na mum he has sent 2 of his men to come to the Attorney General to help with the extradition process. How do you start extradition process when you don't have the evidence? You, the special prosecutor, you have the docket. What is stopping you from giving the Attorney General the docket? But you see, strategically, time I responded to Attorney General, no, he did not give the Attorney General the docket of Ken Ofori-Attah. And you ask yourself, why? So you ask yourself, why? How? The Attorney General sends his prosecutors and investigator, but he refuses to send the docket. The OSP cannot be trusted. I'm not talking about the Attorney General. The OSP. The OSP cannot be trusted. I made a mistake. I said Attorney General cannot be trusted. The OSP, the special prosecutor, cannot be trusted. So, Attorney General just put 2 requests in. Give me investigators and let them come with a docket and let us start the investigations and bring Ofori-Attah. The OSP sends only investigators and prosecutor. He decides not to add the docket. In fact, he decided not to give the Attorney General Ken Ofori-Attah's docket. So the question is, why? The question is, why? Why, sir, the office of the special prosecutor, Kissi Agyabeng, will refuse to hand over Ken Ofori-Attah's docket? I don't know, person be my Attorney General. No. Why? Now, let me show you something. Why we cannot trust the special prosecutor. In fact, he's a dangerous guy. Now, you see this document. Document way, a letter. This is a letter. A free the Attorney General's office call OSP data eshaso and hold on. Now, my man dear AC. And after that, the Attorney General's office actually wrote a letter back after OSP catch up say or the investigators no. The Attorney General's office followed up and asked him about the docket. And this was on the 3rd of September 2025. Just the 3rd of September. And the date, the 16th of October. Ever since there, the special prosecutor has not responded to the Attorney General. Let's read what's in the letter. Now, the special prosecutor, the office of the special prosecutor, Haile Selassie, blah, blah, blah. Dear Mr. Kissi Agyabeng, and it was signed by the Deputy Attorney General. I want the OSP to come out tomorrow and say, "Dear me Kenya meboa, send the Oforiata mba Ghana, ni entumi prosecute Oforiata a special prosecutor ntra." He knows what he's doing. Or then a block kwano, or hijack it. Special prosecutor onim dia oye, oni Oforiata mwachi. He knows what he's doing. Let an Indian man can show. Or say, I bring you compliments from the office of the Attorney General. This follows letter to this office dated June 20, 2025, and subsequent conversation on subject Kenneth Nanaya Oforiata. 2. For urgent law enforcement decision-making purposes, kindly furnish this office with the following. Attorney General Sachro letter koma OSP say, ya pesa usa this adwuma we ya kan docket ne mbae. Ya say busa for other things. 1. A copy of the dockets in its current state on the subject. 2. An investigative report, even if interim, on the suspect. 3. Any other information which you believe will be necessary for the purpose. And accept our assurances of my highest consideration. Very true, yours. Now, me bechere bibi mu achiro. Attorney General Sacho letter come OSP no. Meaning OSP for docket ne maaye. Docket ni here and send extradition process need to makoso ye. And Attorney General actual letter come no on the 9th of on the 3rd of September say, "Ya pese Attorney OSP a copy of the docket in its current state." Or say docket no, baby a wedru bia no o de famaye. We just want the docket. Don't tell us to say you are waiting to add some things and some. We just want it in its current form. It's okay for us. We can work with it. Don't tell us to say there are some things you are still investigating, because when it gets to us, we can still continue investigating. And anything our car say for our prosecutors and investigators, Brian Ho, Inti Attorney General was specific. Give us the docket in its current state, because you see, the OSP has always been hiding behind it is still under investigations. And if he tells you something is still under investigation, it can take 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. He will never finish investigating, because that is how he operates. And it's an Attorney General can say it does not matter where the docket, the state it is in, whatever you have gathered and whatever is in the docket, it is okay. Just bring it. This was on the 9th, on the 3rd of September. And the OSP and the Attorney General Suka say, an investigative report, even if interim, or see, some my investigative report, no, even so we crowd what the baby would rubiano, famaye. We can work on it. And Attorney General did not say, give it to me to work on it alone. Add your investigators and your prosecutors to it so that we can work on it with them together. And remember, the Attorney General is even calling for transparency, for his people to all sit with them to do the investigation into one docket, in its current state, whether whatever baby would be a famaye. And an investigative report, sa reporter also why so far also we investigations, baby would do is okay. We just want to see what investigations baby would do, give it to us. And a 3, any other information which you believe will be necessary for the purpose. See, document be a can be a who say ebe hia say ebe boye amaya to adwuma de we so no fa ka ho ebe sinne. And I'm saying this on authority. The special prosecutor Kissi Agyabeng has not responded to the Attorney General. So who is blocking the extradition of Ken Oforiata to Ghana? It is Kissi Agyabeng, the special prosecutor. Mesi ebe sinne. The special prosecutor has not responded to the Attorney General from September. The Attorney General asked for the docket in its current form, the investigation report in its current state, and any other information. Ever seen there, Kissi Agyabeng has not responded to the Attorney General. Ask yourself why. Because Kissi Agyabeng does not want to hand over the investigative report to the Attorney General. Why? Because he's protecting Ken Oforiata. If the Ken Oforiata let me tell you, last week or so, Ken Oforiata eba any boys bi no mu din komo o ka kire ne nafofo say ne papa so beso tukwan or the private jet ne tukwan, and they don't know Ken Oforiata, he does not carry a passport Ken Ofori-Atta ne wom. That is Ken Ofori-Atta's son. That is what he was telling his friends. Osene Papa can travel anywhere, and he travels on private jets. He goes to Europe, he goes to the Bahamas. Ne Papa travels on private jet with a different name. Ken Ofori-Atta's son, he was bragging to a lady, a girl. So you see where we are. Inti Kissi Agyabeng onim say Ken Ofori-Atta ono na air protect Ken Ofori-Atta, ono na air making sure say Ken Ofori-Atta will never come to Ghana to face a prosecution. It is Kissi Agyabeng who is protecting Ken Ofori-Atta. And majority of the people like Kissi Agyabeng say wafromo and they are under investigation or bois. He's protecting and shielding those people. That is how he makes his money.